Welcome to Loving Soul Tarot. My name is Selma and I am your reader. So today's message is coming from nature spirits. I have one here and I already recorded the video, but I was not happy with it, so I'm doing it a second time. But I'm of course using the items I already pulled. That's why I have them already here on my table. And I want to get into the reading directly, and I think after the reading, if you are interested, I will say some words to this nature spirit here. So if you're interested, you can stay, and if not, you can just leave. Okay. So the main message is, before I start, that the spirits of nature, call it as you want, like fairies, gnomes, dwarfs, elves, pixies, whatever, they really want to be seen and they want to connect with us. This is the first message they want to bring forward. Now, the first items I pulled out of my shell oracle were the penguin and this shell heart, and also this scissor. And I remember I forgot one because I already pulled it back. It is the cowrie shell. This one. So, the penguin is an animal that, while being not in the water but walking on earth, you can imagine the way they walk, it looks quite funny. And then they dive into deep waters, and then they are really elegant swimmers and divers. Now this is a picture for us humans, We humans, we walk around on earth and, oh sorry, we walk around on earth and we are somehow, we might look funny. For beings with higher perspectives and a higher consciousness, we might look funny as we walk around and we are not really like connected as if we were, if we would dive deep. So if we dive deep means if we humans connect to our heart space, dive deep into ourselves, then we become the elegant beings, means we have this higher consciousness, we have this understanding of how things work, and this is a kind of vibe of connecting like two worlds, or what we perceive as two worlds. In fact, everything is one, but we perceive it as two worlds. It's like connecting the etheric world of the nature spirits to the 3D human world, connecting ourselves, our human selves, to our spirit selves by diving deep into our heart, deep into our body. When they are saying that it is important for us to know and be aware of that the only way that really leads into higher consciousness, awareness, enlightenment, whatever, is really through the body, through really going deep into our body, into our heart, and through the heart be really rooted in ourselves and in our bodies. And when we do so, then the first thing is, like I said, we are getting more conscious, and then by doing so, now this cowrie shell I have here is all about cleansing. So when we go from the outer world into the inner world, and we get more conscious, then automatically older energies get cleansed. They get, like, naturally they fall away from us, like the leaves from trees in fall season, what is right now. Because we then realize and recognize old structures we believed in, and thoughts of separation and whatnot. And by connecting to our heart, this is really then falling away automatically. And this is why they say why it is so important for us humans to really go deep, 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 deep into ourselves. And I then pulled cards from my tarot deck, and I got the Fool card, I got the Three of Wands in reverse, and I also at the back of the deck I had the Lover's card. And the Lover's card is somehow repeating this energy of the heart here. It is a decision I do for myself, and I do it with love, and I do it out of love for me and for everything that exists. And the more I sink into my heart space, the more I emanate this love. Now the Fool is, with this Three of Wands in reverse, really talking about a shift of perspective. This is obviously talking of higher perspective, as the Fool in this deck is sitting in an aeroplane and watching from above. And here the Three of Wands are reversed. So it is like, also maybe you want to overthink your old goals or what you wanted to achieve by looking at them in reverse. You want to turn yourself around, like the Hanged One, number 12 in tarot, like really completely turn things around. If you are still thinking thoughts of separation, or having these old structures or some old goals that are really not serving you anymore and are really not based on oneness and connection, but really based on separation and ego and stuff like that. So you want to be aware, and you want to look at yourself, and you also want to look at yourself from a higher perspective, because always when we shift perspectives, we are able to see better, much better. And also, of course, the Fool card is about starting something new. So really make this hard decision and start to perceive your world, yourself, and everything that is in a new way. Okay. I was then asking what else they want to tell, and then the dolphin came out. And the dolphin is, of course, talking about joy and playfulness. So they want us to really be playful and not to try to force it, and do it with a joyous heart and have fun exploring. And also, like, the dolphin is also somehow shifting perspective when he's jumping up out of the waters into the air, and then diving again, like the penguin. It's repeating itself, the message somehow, in a way. Like the dolphin is also diving, and then he's coming up, and then he's again shifting perspective, and he's looking from a different perspective. So and really be joyful with it, because life is not meant to be this strict construct that we are often thinking it is. And really start a new way of thinking about it. And yes, then I was asking what to be aware of, and then this scissor of a Cancer came out. And this is about arguments, and they want us to know or to be aware of that when we decide, now in this case, to change our way of perception, to go more into our heart space, to connect more, then we automatically go away from our old mind ego structures. We go down, down, down. And by doing so, this old system that was doing its work for us will then be rebelling, because a system, no matter what kind of system, always wants to keep itself alive. It wants to keep running, running, running. And now the system, your old ego mind system, your chattering mind in the background and so on, you know what I mean, now wants to come up, because you now decide, like I said, to be more conscious, to go more into yourself. Oh, I have to sneeze again. Do I have lipstick on my pillow now? A little bit. Okay. So be aware of that. Be cautious of that, because the old trap wants to catch you again. And but the more you are conscious, and the more you are aware, and the more you really watch yourself, then you can see this, and then you can realize it, and you can just see that it happens. But you don't have to worry, because you always know that you made your decision, and so you can just be with it. Just let it be here and don't judge it. Don't try to push it away, because by pushing away, you know that pressure always brings pressure back. So just leave it there and be joyful anyway. And this is possible. You can be at the same time worrying and joyful because you don't have to believe the worries. You can just let them be there, and you can observe you doing so. Not you, but your mind. It's possible. And then I was asking for a rune that is supporting us in doing so, in diving more into our heart, and really connecting more. I mean, we are always connected, of course. We are not only connected, we are one in the end, but we are not aware of it, and are not fully aware of it. And if we want to really connect these two perceived worlds again, which rune supports us in doing so? And you know what? This one came out, and I was so happy to see it. It is Awas, because this wonderful being here is also connected with Awas, because this is the rune of the yew tree. Like I said, I will talk a bit about this one later on. And you see, when you look at it, you see how it is this and that part of it is like, it's like anchoring, it's like catching this side, and this one is catching this side, and then the symbol is like pulling it together. It's like bringing it together. It's like bringing the two perceived worlds together. And I was so happy to see this one, really. And if you want, you can, for example, draw this rune here at your wrist. Or you can draw it on a piece of paper and then put your bottle of water on it. So you can support, for example, yourself with this rune, with the energy of this rune. So yeah, this was the message. And if you are interested now in this wonderful being, stay a little bit longer. And if not, wishing you all the best and see you in the next video. So now this nice nature being, okay, here she is a spirit doll, and I made her, I think 2 or 3 years ago, out of wool, and inside of her body are parts of the yew tree I mentioned. Because there is a female yew tree growing in the city where I'm working, and I'm really connected to this tree, and I felt so drawn to really grab a piece of this tree and do a spirit doll with it. So this one has needles and sticks of the yew tree inside, like I said, and her name is Eyalana. And Eyalana is also a connector energy of the two worlds, because you can see it when you look at her. She is very grounded with her black, this is like a stone color, and she also has a stone around her neck, and here she has a stone, and this is a very groundy vibe, and I wanted to give her a brown part of the dress here, but I always felt no, it's not the right color, so I ended with this very light lilac, and this is the right color. And also the little stars, I don't know if you can see it, the little stars in her head, and also she has one in one of her ears, and it's this one. So and she has the lilac here, so, and this lilac is really standing for the cosmic, the etheric part of this connection. So she connects the worlds, and also the yew tree can grow very old, and then they are sometimes like, they have these hollow trunks, and I see her like living in this hollow trunk, and the yew tree is also like a tree of transition, and she is like I said, she's bringing these two worlds together. She is a transition energy. She can switch from here to there, and because of that, she is also a energy of transformation, of course. I was really guided to show her in this video, to really make these invisible energies visible. So she is, of course, looking the way I was perceiving this energy, but she is carrying it within her. So, and like I said in the beginning, these nature spirits, nature beings, they want to connect and they want to be seen. And because of that, I really want to show her to you. And I feel like she is also inviting you to connect, because everybody can connect, because like I said, we are all connected, we are all one. And if you want to dive deeper, and if you want to really transform by doing what we were saying before, then she is the right one. So thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for watching. And what do you think about her? Or what are your personal experiences with nature spirits? Are you connected to a special tree? Are you connected to special stones or whatever? I would love to hear from you. And wishing you all the best, and see you in the next video. Bye.